Well, it's been 2 years. June 2010 was the last time I owned a motorbike, and it's now June 2012, and I had to do it. Withdrawal symptoms were unbearable. Just come in. I mean, just check it out. I mean, I don't want to brag because it's mine, but it looks awesome. I think one of the best paint schemes that they put on the CBRs of this era. I mean, it's 1994, but the paint scheme is just fantastic. What I love about these is you don't actually see the frame. It's all sealed, so from the side fairing goes all the way up onto the tank and flows through the back part. A lot of the newer bikes, you'll see part of the frame in the centre here, where it, and it comes to there, and then you've got the tank on top. Just looks so complete. It's absolutely immaculate for a 1994 bike. We're talking 18 years old, this bike. And the front headlight obviously is old, but I think it still looks good for its age. And I actually like this, instead of just having it all red. These bits on the side here, I think, give it a bit of an edge too, actually.
I like the front too, with the indicators. They're built into the fairing, which, looks really clean too.
And you'll just see when I come in close how immaculate it is. It's been cared for, that's for sure. Just come down in a bit lower here. So you can have a closer look. Super Sport, whatever that means. It is a 600cc motor, and it's the inline 4 motor, which is my favourite sounding motor. There is just a little bit of a, you might be able to just make out a couple little scratches just there. Apparently a passenger actually knocked it over when they were getting off, I was told by the previous owner. But apart from that, it is just immaculate. That there, if anybody's wondering, well, that's the fuel petcock which you change. That's an idle adjuster, which I didn't know until I asked him. What else can we have a look at here? Let's have a look at the dash. Done 52,000 kilometres, as you can probably just see on there. It's got a top of 280 kph. It's got a temperature gauge, but there's no fuel gauge. What I love about this dash is it's the old analog style, which I'm a bit of a fan of. I'm not a real fan of the digital, where you just see a digital readout of the numbers as it's ticking over. And it's just immaculate. This actually even looks like it's almost new, this thing. It looks like it's just that good. This here is a camera mount. The previous owner had a camera on here, which he's going to give it to, but he's got to try and find it. One thing about this too, you can't just pull the seat off on this bike. You've got to actually pull the, I think you've got to take it off there and pull this fairing or fender or whatever you want to call it off before you can get that off. Go around the back. You can see the old tail light. I mean, it's not exactly new, but it's a clean looking rear on the bike too, which I like. Tyres are almost brand new. It's only had about 500 k's done on the front tyres when I picked it up. It's got a carbon fibre exhaust, which sounds fantastic. And one of the great things I love about it is the white powder coated rims. The original on this was black. As you can see, with the white powder coated rims, just really shows off the bike.
But as you can see, the camera's playing no tricks. It's immaculate. I mean, just going close, Show you close up. Absolutely immaculate. You know, the forks, everything's immaculate. Brake calipers. There is just a little bit of rust on the head stem in there. Don't know whether you can make that out or not, because I can't see a thing. So that is about all. Only thing that I had done was brake fluid was changed. That was a bit, and the only other problem was the rear brake light wasn't coming on like immediately when you touch the rear brake. It's a little bit delayed reaction. That was all. And I actually had this tested by a mechanic before I actually bought it. He went over the whole bike, and that's all he could fault on it. He was raving about it, how good it was. In fact, he said it was one of his favourites. One of his favourite bikes, this bike. Gotta love it. And the 600F, F for friendly, because the handlebars are actually a little bit higher than the RR version, and it's really comfortable. I mean, my arms are still going down, but they're not as raped as they are on an RR. So that I find it's quite comfortable on long rides, although I've hardly ridden it. And it came with the Ventura rack as well. And the bag, which is bonus. Those things are very handy. So, I'll start it up. Force down, gotta love it. So that is all. Oh yeah, oh yeah.